Central Michigan Chippewas, and your California Baptist University Wizards. At this time, we ask that you please stand first for a word of prayer, and then remain standing for our national anthem. Let's pray together. Father, we thank you for this day that we can come together and enjoy this athletic fellowship. We thank you for these two teams and the institutions that they represent. We pray that everything that is said, everything that is done tonight on and off the court will glorify you. Please help all the competitors play to the best of their ability. Keep everyone involved in tonight's game free from any injuries. And we ask this in the name of your son, Jesus. Amen. For the performance of our national anthem, please welcome the CBU Pep Band. Thank you, CBU Pep Band. And now the starting lineup for Central Michigan. At guard forward, a 6'6" senior from Detroit, Michigan, number 0, Brian Taylor. At guard, a 6'4" freshman from Muncie, Indiana, number 1, Reggie Bass. At guard, a 6'3" junior from Houston, Texas, number 3, Jesse Zarzuela. At forward, a 6'8" junior from Detroit, Michigan, number 4, Carrington McCaskill. And at forward, a 6'10" junior from Dansville, Michigan, number 34, Caleb Hudson. Head coach for the Chippewas is Tony Harvey, assistant by Shane Merriman, Marlon Williamson, Chris McMillan, Steve Smith, and Ben Lane. Lancers is Rick Roy. He's assisted by Artie Espria, Adam Dickinson, Jeff McIntosh, Jared Barton, and Don Wellman.
Welcome to the CBU Event Center. Straight to the tip-off between Central Michigan and California Baptist here on ESPN+. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in on a Saturday evening here in beautiful Riverside, California. It's the Lancers in the home whites, the Chippewas in the visiting maroon uniforms. Lancers with the ball here. They come in to the contest with an overall record of 3-3. The Chippewas at 2-3. Riley Batten down in the lane, passes it back out to Trey Armstrong. Down low, Igoefe. Tim Igoefe making his second start of the season and throwing it down to open up the scoring. Let's take a look at the Altura Credit Union starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Chippewas. They look like this for head coach Tony Barbie, Brian Taylor, Reggie Bass, Jesse Zarzuela, and Carrington McCaskill in the backcourt, Caleb Hodgson up front. And your Altura Credit Union starting five for CBU and head coach Rick Croy, Taryn Armstrong, Joe Quintana, Trey Armstrong, Riley Batten, and the big man, Tim Igoefe, your Altura Credit Union starting five. Two-zip Lancers, here comes Taryn to the cup, lays it in for two more. Nice move by Taryn Armstrong to weave his way to the basket. Makes it a 4-0 Lancer lead. A quick and furious start here in Riverside has California Baptist up 4-zip. That's Reggie Bass. Bass around the elbow, still on the dribble. Collects himself. 8 on the shot clock. Taken away, the steal by Taryn Armstrong. He'll slow things down as they set up the offense. Around the screen of Igoefe. Down low to Igoefe, he'll kick it out and traveling.
Traveling violation against the Lancers.
CBU has made 2 consecutive buckets to start this game. Igoefe the dunk and Taryn Armstrong, the nice move to cut inside. Spots the Lancers an early 4-0 lead here on ESPN+. CBU trying to gather themselves after 2 tough overtime losses at the SoCal Challenge, one to Minnesota, the other to Southern Illinois. Down low, the big block by Igoefe. He averages 3 blocks per contest, and there is the first tonight. That one coming on Caleb Hodgson. And our first substitution, Hodgson's gonna head to the bench. Subbing in will be number 22, Nicolas Pavret. Trey Armstrong to the opposite wing. That's Joe Quintana. Quintana leads the Lancers with 12 made threes on the season, so look for him from the outside. Batten into the mid post to Igoefe. Back to the basket, double teamed. Tries to pass out of it, tipped out to Riley Batten. Batten over to Taryn. 10 on the shot clock, still time. Taryn drives, kicks. Riley Batten, 3 on the way, it's good. Riley Batten buries it, and the Lancers race out to a 7-0 lead on the Chippewas. Zarzuela from just inside the elbow, and he knocks down the first bucket of the game for Central Michigan. Zarzuela coming off a career-high 21 in that win against CSUN the other night. Taryn into the corner to Trey Armstrong. That 3 rattles out. Out of bounds, and it will be Central Michigan basketball from the baseline. Just about 3 minutes into this one, 7-2, Lancers on top. Again, they come in with a record of 3-3. The Chippewas at 2-3. Drive it inside. Brian Taylor, no. Rebound, Taryn Armstrong. Taryn up to Trey. Trey's going to drive across the lane to the corner, now to the wing to Taryn. Taryn, Igwefe. Igwefe down low to Batten. Nice pass from the big man. He finds Riley Batten, and the Chippewas won a timeout. 16:42 on the clock here in the first half. And a quick timeout by Central Michigan. We'll take a quick break as well. Lancers with the early lead here in Riverside. 9-2 on ESPN+. And it's 9-4 after that bucket by Central Michigan coming out of that timeout. Here's Trey Armstrong for three. No offensive putback on the glass. And there's your man, Riley Batten, battling on the boards. Extends that Lancer lead back up to 7. Riley Batten with a quick 5 points for CBU. Bass with it. Over to Zarzuela. Zarzuela tries the deep three. That one's off the mark, and the rebound, Taryn Armstrong. Into the corner, Quintana for three. That one's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Malik Wade, who is checked into the game for the Lancers. Wade, double team, passes up top to Taryn. Taryn down low to Riley Batten. Going to his right, spins left, up, and that one's no good for Riley Batten. Nice move by Batten in the post, could not finish. Still an 11-4 game. Three on the way, that one no good for Taylor. Taryn brings it across the timeline. Calls out Malik Wade. Wade sets the pick, nearly taken away from Taryn Armstrong. He gathers himself. Taryn Armstrong drives, kicks into the corner. There's Batten. Three on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Malik Wade. Wade out to Taryn. Now he'll try the three. That one bouncing around, no good. Rebound Taylor. Here come the Chippewas. Zarzuela quickly up ahead to Bass. On that far wing, defended by Wade. Gets around Wade all the way to the cup and lays it in. Nice move by Reggie Bass to get to the bucket. CBU up by 5. Taryn Armstrong. They swing it around the horn, into the corner to Trey Armstrong for three, and it's Armstrong from long, and he knocks down the triple, and it's now a 14-6 lead for CBU. The Lancers early on here shooting the ball well, 6 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. Zarzuela. And violation gives the ball back to CBU. Looks like we'll have a substitution coming up. Several new players checking in for Central Michigan. Take a look at the Jensen keys to the game in this one with 14:02 to play here in the first half. How about those late night Lancers? We mentioned a couple of those overtime games at the SoCal Challenge, including the most previous game against Southern Illinois that finished after midnight. So a normal time game and hopefully some fresh legs for CBU tonight. Full game execution. The Lancers looking for their first complete game of the season. Head coach Rick Croy likes the effort. He likes them competing, but looking for a full 40 minutes of execution. And those hot shooting Chippewas. Central Michigan comes into this game with a huge win against CSUN, 82-66, and in that game they had season highs in field goal percentage, three-point field goal percentage, points in the paint. Really solid game for Central Michigan. Those are your Jensen keys to the game tonight. So if you're looking for a comparison here in a common opponent or two, Central Michigan beat CSUN 82-66, and CBU beat CSUN 62-55. A little bit closer game there. They also both played Minnesota, and the Lancers coming up a little bit short in overtime as they battled back against the Golden Gophers, but ultimately fell 62-61 in OT. And for Central Michigan, they lost to Minnesota by a score of 68-60. So some comparable scores against some common opponents here for Central Michigan and California Baptist. But right now, the Lancers leading 14-6. Still time out here in Riverside. Let's take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC impact players in this one. Taron Armstrong leading the team in scoring and shooting nearly 60% from the field. And Tim Igoefe making his second start tonight, coming off a great performance in that loss against Southern Illinois in overtime. But Igoefe went for 11 points and 11 rebounds in his first start as a Lancer. And for Central Michigan, Jesse Zarzuela coming off a career-high 21, and Brian Taylor coming off a career-high 19 in that win against CSUN. Those are your Dutton Buick GMC impact players tonight. We got a substitution here for CBU. Looks like Reed Nottage, Blondo Chiqueño, and Hunter Goodrick all into the game for head coach Rick Croy. Chiqueño over to Goodrick. Down low to Malik Wade, up top to Reed Nottage, fakes, goes right. There's Quintana, he'll try the three off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, Goodrick comes down hard with the basketball. Good work on the glass by Hunter Goodrick. Foul's gonna be on number 12, Miroslav Stoffel, who checked in at that timeout. Emil Skuda checks in for the Chippewas. Big offensive rebound by Goodrick. He actually leads CBU in rebounds this season. Igoefe out to Goodrick and taken away by Skuda. Skuda, nice pass up ahead, the block by Igoefe, but there's a foul on the play. I think it's going to be goaltending. The basket will count for Central Michigan. Igoefe, though, very active on the defensive end for CBU. Chiqueño, defended by number 44, Max Marley, who checked into the game for Central Michigan after that last timeout. Nice pass over the top of the defense to Igoefe. His shot no good. Marley has it. Marley up the floor. Zarzuela in the corner, drives baseline, goes behind his back. Back out to Marley. Marley drives inside. Back up top. Skuda gets around Chiqueño. That one is a block by Igoefe. So the Chippewas getting some resistance on the inside from Igoefe as we take another look. Skuda trying a little scoop shot, and Igoefe already with another block in this game. Little fadeaway turnaround for Taylor is good for the Chippewas. Makes it a 14-10 game. Chiqueño stops his dribble, plays it over to Quintana. Chiqueño on the near wing, drives inside for a closer look. Chiqueño, little floater, bouncing around, no good. Igoefe trying to tap it home, but the offensive foul on Igoefe.
First team foul for the Lancers.
CBU has made just one of their last 8 shots after that hot start for the Lancers. Cooled off a little bit. The Chippewas shooting 5 of 11, CBU 6 of 15. Stoffel, 3, top of the arc, off the back of the iron, no good. And there's a foul on the play. Looks like it's going against CBU. That's going to be on a Hunter Goodrick. Substitution for head coach Rick Croy. Quintana out and Armstrong in. Taylor, three. One is good as he knocks it down. And Central Michigan makes it 14-12. I think they're going to say his foot was on the line. So it's a 14-12 game. One possession as the Chippewas have chipped away at that CBU lead. Igoefe double teamed down in the post. His pass nearly taken away by Marley, out of bounds, but last touch by the Lancers. We're going to take a quick break here in Riverside. It's a close one now with the Lancers holding on to a 14-12 lead on ESPN+.
And now it's time for the Jimson T-shirt toss.
Welcome back to Riverside. California Baptist on top of Central Michigan, 14-12 with 11:44 to go here in the first half. Take a look at those WAC basketball standings, including your CBU Lancers. Look at Sam Houston at 6-0 and Seattle University at 5-0, undefeated right now representing the WAC. Grand Canyon at 4-2 and University of Texas Rio Grande Valley also at 4-2. California Baptist at 3-3 after a couple tough overtime losses. Those are your WAC basketball standings right now as we get a little bit closer to conference play in just about 1 month. Scuda has it for the Chippewas. Plays it over to his left to Taylor. Three on the way. That one's no good. Jelani Stone coming down with a rebound as he checks into the game after that last time out. And the foul's going to be on the Chippewas, Miroslav Stoffel. Taking a look, Stone doing a good job of boxing him out and drew the foul on Stoffel. CBU with the basketball. Reed Nottage pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Out to Taryn Armstrong. We'll stay right here with the Lancers. Chiqueño around the screen of Stone. Chiqueño drives inside. The pass to the opposite wing. That's Batten. He'll drive in for a closer look. Stops on a dime. Back out to Taryn Armstrong. 7 on the shot clock. Taryn. Batten. Drives inside. Has it knocked loose. The steal by the Chippewas. Here comes Scuda. His pass deflected away by Taryn Armstrong to break up the fast break for Central Michigan. Taryn Armstrong and the Lancers have made just one of their last 8 shots, allowing Central Michigan to climb back into this game. It's a one-possession game. Zarzuela, defended by Chiqueño. Little fadeaway, that one's no good. Big offensive rebound by Carrington McCaskill. Back out to Marley, that three's no good, rebound Batten. Central Michigan still looking for their first three-pointer made in this game. Into the post to Stone. That pass taken away by Marley. Marley in transition, puts it up and in. Max Marley with a tough bucket for Central Michigan. That's going to tie the game, and he's going to go to the free throw line with a chance to give the Chippewas the lead. Take another look as Marley over Reed Nottage, the basket and the foul.
At the line for the Chippewas, number 44, Max Marley.
So with 10:23 to play, we're all even at 14 right now. Marley with a chance to give Central Michigan its first lead of the game, and that one's no good. So Central Michigan on an 8-0 run. They've tied the game at 14. They have not led in this game yet. Lancers with the ball. Trey over to Taryn. And the foul. Foul's going to be on Taryn Armstrong.
Taryn Armstrong. First personal, fourth team.
So CBU has not scored a point in over 4 minutes of play. Ball goes back to Central Michigan. Zarzuela drives inside, around Quintana, floats the pass, taken away. Here comes Taryn, he's gonna lead the break. Taryn, over to Batten. He's left alone, so he'll try the three. That one's off the mark, Zarzuela. He's gonna drive inside, trying to get around Taryn Armstrong, circles back out to the wing. Up top to Bass. Bass goes inside, blocked. But goes to Zarzuela. We'll stay on this end with Central Michigan. Scuda around Batten, left hand, it's up and good. And Central Michigan has its first lead of the game, 16-14. And they are on a 10-0 run. Taryn Armstrong for three, and it is good. And Taryn rips the lead right back for CBU, 17-16. On the season, Taryn shooting 50% from the three-point line. He has emerged as the team's top three-point shooter. And that's saying something when you got guys like Trey Armstrong, his brother, and Reed Nottage. Scuda's three's no good. Rebound, Taryn. Up ahead to Joe Quintana. Quintana up top, Trey. Trey's gonna drive inside, to the cup, off the window, tapped out, no good. Bass has it for Central Michigan, drops it off for Marley. He'll drive inside. Marley hangs, no good. Back to Taryn Armstrong. Armstrong passes deep ahead to Quintana, over to Trey. Trey for three, that one's no good, out of bounds. And they're gonna say last touch by the Chippewas. Substitution by both teams.
Brian Taylor returning for the Chippewas. Checking in for the Chippewas.
Ola Ojaboye is into the game. And it looks like Hunter Goodrick is back for the Lancers.
Back in for the Lancers.
Ojaboye gets up in the air. The shot by Quintana. Up and in. Nice move by the sharpshooter Quintana, showing he can take it inside. Make a tough basket, 19-16 Lancers. That one's up and good for Taylor. Makes it 19-18. Back and forth we go as the two teams exchanging baskets here. Malik Wade up top. Stops his dribble. And traveling on Malik Wade. And that's going to take us into a break here in Riverside. Taryn Armstrong, a big three, helping the Lancers stay on top. 19-18 on ESPN+. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Welcome back to the CBU Event Center. Lancers on top by 1 against the Chippewas here. Let's take a look at the CBU Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Altura Credit Union. Root for the credit union that roots for you. Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our Athletes of the Week are from CBU Men's Swimming, Remy Fabiani, and from CBU Women's Basketball, Grace Schmidt. Congratulations to Remy and Grace, your Altura Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week. Back to live action here in Riverside. Central Michigan trailing by 1 with 7.5 to play. Brian Taylor with 8 points right now to lead the Chippewas. Zarzuela, mid-range jumper fading away, no good. Rebound Malik Wade. Tarrant across the timeline. Stops his dribble, nowhere to go. Let's see what he does here. Plays it back out to Quintana. Far wing, into the post to Goodrick. Goodrick working on Marley. Backs him down, left-handed jump hook, no good. Rebound Taylor. Bass. Bass, pass taken away into the hands of Trey Armstrong. Tarrant brings it up. Quintana on the near wing, 3 is on the way, no good. Rebound Taylor. CBU just 3 of 13 from three-point land right now. Bass with it for the Chippewas. Less than 6.5 to play. And the offensive foul on Central Michigan. That was the replay there. Ajiboye. Lancers up by 1. Tarrant cutting back door. Quintana. Quintana lays it in. Obviously a great deep ball threat, but cutting back door for Quintana. 21-18. Taylor, defended by Goodrick, back out to Marley. Scuda. Far corner, Zarzuela driving baseline, tripped up, and there is a foul on the play. Whistle's gonna be on Quintana. And a substitution here for CBU. Looks like Trey Armstrong coming out and Reed Nottage back into the game. Chippewa ball from the baseline. Into Taylor. He'll try the 3. That one's up and good. Taylor cooking right now for Central Michigan. He's got 11. First player for either team to reach double digits. 21-21. Tarrant over to Nottage. Up top to Tarrant, defended by Taylor. down low. Shot is up, and the foul as Malik Wade was going up with the basketball. Nice pass from Taryn Armstrong. Somehow Taryn able to find enough space to find Malik Wade down low. Ajiboye with another foul. And that'll send Malik Wade to the free throw line for the Lancers. First free throws in this game for CBU. First one is up and good. And McCaskill checks back in for Central Michigan. One more coming up for Malik Wade. Lancers back on top, 22-21. One more free throw coming up for Wade. Second one off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Nottage. Out to Taryn. There's Quintana down low to Malik Wade, and it looked like the ball simply slipped out of Malik Wade's hands. He was wide open down low. We'll track back the other way with Central Michigan. Scooter for three. That one off the mark. Jump ball. Let's see, possession will favor Central Michigan. Substitution, Igoefe returns for CBU. He'll replace Malik Wade. Chippewas with the ball and the basket. Brian Taylor with two more. He's up to 13 in this game. He's coming off that career high 19 against CSUN, and he's well on his way to surpassing that tonight. Nottage for three. That one is good. Nothing but Nottage. And the Lancers are back in front, 25-23. The two teams taking turns exchanging the lead. Right now, the Lancers own it. McCaskill will try the three, and that one is good for the Chippewas. And just like that, Central Michigan is back on top by one. Taryn over to Nottage. That pass almost intercepted. They find Hunter Goodrick for three. Rattles out, tipped around. Goodrick had it. Goodrick still has it, taken away. Looked by Brian Taylor, up ahead to Marley, goes up strong and gets the basket. The ball somehow fell inside the cylinder, and it's 28-25, Central Michigan. Taryn over to Reed. Three-pointer, that one's a little bit long, but a rebound out to Taryn Armstrong. Taryn Armstrong with it, backing down Zarzuela. And the foul will be on Zarzuela. So a timeout here, 28-25. Central Michigan has the lead when we come back here on ESPN+.
Tonight in the half, we have a performance from our CBU cheer and dance spirit and team.
Welcome back to Riverside. Central Michigan is in front of the Lancers, 28-25. But good defense by CBU, especially on the interior. Tim Igwefe with 2 of the 3 blocks right now for California Baptist. There's a couple of them inside. And Joe Quintana, the guard, also getting into the act with another block for CBU. Tim Igwefe with 2 points, 2 blocks for CBU so far. Back to live action, the Lancers trailing by 3. It's the largest lead of the game for Central Michigan. Goodrick out to Chiqueño. Up top to Quintana, 10 on the shot clock. Out steps Igwefe. Quintana over to Reed Nottage, fakes. Long jumper on the way, that one's no good. Nottage almost had it for a moment, but gonna say last touched by Marley. So it'll be Lancer ball from the baseline with 3:20 on the clock here in the first half. Quintana from the corner, double teamed. Quintana tries to throw it off a Central Michigan player. Instead, it goes off Quintana, and it will be Chippewa ball. You'd be the judge. Down in the corner, Quintana pinned up along the sideline. Threw it off Zarzuela, but then it bounced off the shin of Quintana. Central Michigan with the lead. Central Michigan with the ball with just about 3 minutes to play here in Riverside. And the offensive foul. It's going to be on McCaskill.
First personal, 7-2.
Lancers down by 3. Quintana hands it off to Chiqueño. Back to Quintana. Igwefe provides some help, sets the screen. Quintana steps back, deep 3 on the way, bouncing around. Igwefe, the tip, it won't go. The follow-up is good. Tim Igwefe working hard on the glass. Followed up his own miss. Gets the Lancers back within 1, 28-27. Igwefe making his 2nd consecutive start for head coach Rick Croy. Shot no good for Zarzuela. Rebound Igwefe. Chiqueño. Chiqueño drives inside, around McCaskill, it's up and good! Blando Chiqueño gives CBU the lead, 29-28. Chiqueño with his first points of the night. (29-28) Lancers. On the way, no good. Goodrick chases it down. CBU's led for most of the first half, over 13 minutes. Trying to take the lead into the break. Quintana's 3 rattles out. McCaskill has it. Passes out up ahead to Marley. Marley to Taylor. Taylor to the cup, no good. And the foul. I believe it's on Quintana. Excuse me, it's on. Let's take another look. The official signaled for, yeah, it's Quintana. I think she meant Quintana. There's no 4 on the floor for CBU. That'll send Taylor to the free throw line. For the first time tonight, Taylor's had himself a great first half for the Chippewas, already with 13 points, 6 of 10 from the floor, and he's got 5 rebounds as well. First free throw by Taylor, no good, as Riley Batten checks back in for CBU, replacing Hunter Goodrick. And here comes Trey Armstrong as well for the Lancers.
Trey Armstrong back in for the Lancers.
One more for Taylor. Second one is good, tie game at 29. Chiqueño to Batten with about 90 seconds now to go here in Riverside. Before we hit the break, Chiqueño has it for CBU. He finds Nottage for 3, and that one is also good for Reed Nottage. He has a couple threes here in the first half, and Reed gives the Lancers a 32-29 lead.
Points on the scoreboard for the Chippewas.
And that one's going to go against Central Michigan. The ball goes back to CBU. Lancers now with a 32-31 lead on Central Michigan, trying to close out the first half on a strong note. Chiqueño goes to the rim, and he's fouled. So Blondo Chiqueño will head to the free throw line for 2. Nice move by Chiqueño. Going through a couple different defenders and still nearly got the basket. So Chiqueño heads to the free throw line with just under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Pavret is about to check in for Central Michigan. First one on the way for Chiqueño, rattles around no good. Pavret and Bass check in for Central Michigan. 32-31 CBU. One more coming up for Chiqueño. The second on the way. That one falls in. Gives the Lancers a 2-point lead. Chippewas with the basketball. Bass. Scuda. Hands it back off to Bass. There's Taylor. He's had the hot hand in the first half for Central Michigan. 14 points to lead the way. Bass drives in, spins to his right, left-handed shot. That one no good, taken away by Igoefe. 25 seconds to play. The shot clock and the game clock are less than a second different. Chiqueño's gonna dribble out most of this time. The Lancers are up by 2, hoping to add to that lead before they head to the locker room. Chiqueño has it, spots up for a 3, top of the arc. That one no good. Battle for the rebound. Central Michigan has it at the horn. Zarzuela. That one just short. So 33-31. California Baptist has the lead against Central Michigan at the break. We're going to take a break as well here in Riverside. When we come back, we'll get to some of those first half stats and highlights, but just know the Lancers lead by 2 after 20 minutes of play. 33-31, California Baptist on top of Central Michigan on ESPN+. We'll be right back from Riverside.
Dancers. Dancers. Today is CBU Cheer and Dance Spirit Day. The CBU cheer and dance teams are joined by over 100 high school and middle school cheerleaders and dancers from across the community. Please give them a warm CBU welcome as they cheer on the Lancers.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center. It's halftime here in Riverside, and the Lancers own a 33-31 lead here on Central Michigan. Brian Taylor, though, the leading scorer for either team. He's got 14 points in the first half, and he's coming off a career-high 19 in the Chippewas win against CSUN just the other night. For California Baptist, you look at the box score, they have 8 different players that have already scored in this game. So head coach Rick Croy definitely going to the bench, and the bench definitely coming up big for the Lancers here in the first half. Right now, let's take a look at the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. And it is Trey Armstrong to the big man, Tim Igoefe, finishing with a big-time dunk and a great pass from Trey Armstrong down low. Tim Igoefe making his second consecutive start for the Lancers and doing a great job on the offensive and also the defensive ends for CBU. When we come back here, it's halftime in Riverside, but we have your first half highlights and your first half stats as California Baptist has a 2-point lead on Central Michigan, 33-31 at the break. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
It's time for Joe Halftime Dance Show. No, just kidding. Just kidding. You do not want that. But I do have more trivia. So I'm going to head over to this. I did a little research online, do some turkey trivia. So let me see if I can, I think she really wants to, you want to answer this question, right? You do, right? Tell me your name. This is Brooke. Everybody say hi, Brooke. Brooke, right, you ready? Turkey trivia, right? Let's see here. How many places in the U.S. have the word turkey in their names? 7, 17, or 70? How many places in the U.S. have turkey in their names? 17 or 70? Section. I can't carry any more stuff in my hand here. Let's go over here. There we go. How much time we got? All right. Anyway, let's see. I think this guy, okay, she's pointing at this guy. She's pointing at him. All right. You've gotten chosen, sir. Tell me your name. All right. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, how many estimated Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving? Number 1, 88%, 50%, or 75%? 88%, 50%, or 75? 88, you are correct. 88%. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? All right. Find another section. There's somebody over here, I promised. out, someone kick me over. 'Cause this is a long
Welcome
one.
back. Halftime between Central Michigan and California Baptist with the Lancers lead 33-31. Let's take this opportunity to take a look at those Pepsi halftime highlights, and we'll get to the stats in just a moment. But some first half action in this one, and you saw that Magnolia Heating hot play of the first half. That was Trey Armstrong to Tim Igoefe, and then Taryn Armstrong driving inside for two. And how about some defense? Igoefe having himself a great game on both ends of the floor, this time from the outside. And that was, I think that was Riley Batten for three, and then Batten on the inside for two more. He's got 7 points to lead CBU. There's Batten cleaned up on the glass. Yeah, his 7 points leads the Lancers right now. Then from the outside, a big three, and then Igoefe again with a block. He had 2 of the 3 blocks for the Lancers. Taryn Armstrong dials up from the outside, and Joe Quintana, the three-point threat, going inside there. Then Taryn finds Quintana cutting backdoor and gets to the cup for 2 more. Then Quintana over to Reed Nottage. Nottage had a couple threes from off the bench for head coach Rick Croy, and it proved to come up big time for CBU to help them build this 33-31 lead. Here's your Pepsi halftime stats. Field goal percentage favoring Central Michigan. They are 14 of 33 from the floor. CBU 13 of 36. Rebounding, heavily favoring the Lancers now, 27-17, including 12 offensive rebounds for the Lancers. Assists, favoring the Chippewas by 1, 10-9. 3-point field goals, the Lancers with a 5, Central Michigan with 2, and points in the paint, pretty even. Central Michigan with 16 and CBU with 14. Those are your Pepsi halftime stats. Another break here in Riverside. When we come back, we will take a look at this week in Lancer athletics. We'll be right back.
Union that roots for you. Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our athletes of the week are from CBU Women's Basketball, Grace Schmidt, and from CBU Men's Swimming, Remy Fabiani. Game time 1 o'clock. Tickets are now on sale by visiting cbulancers.com/tickets. Lancer fans, Fox Sports AM 1350 is the flagship radio station for CBU men's basketball. The new radio home will air all regular season games well over the way. Each broadcast will feature pre-game and post-game shows with exclusive interviews and features. Make sure to tune in after the game on your way home to hear Coach Croy recap tonight's game. Only on Fox Sports AM 1350 and the iHeartRadio app. CBU would like to say happy birthday to Jessica Bennett. Happy birthday, Jessica. We hope you have a great day.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center. Still halftime here as the two teams are getting warmed up for the second half. But right now, let's take a look at this week in Lancer Athletics. Another big week for California Baptist coming up. The CBU women's basketball team. Tough loss this afternoon, but they're going to bounce back on Wednesday as they take on USC from the Pac-12. That game will be on ESPN+. And how about some wrestling at the Cliff Keen Invitational? That's coming up on December 3rd for the Lancers. And swim and dive versus the University of Pacific, also on December 3rd. So a busy time of the year for California Baptist. And be on the lookout for that women's basketball game on Wednesday against USC. Don't forget the men's team will take on UC Riverside in the Crosstown Showdown that same night. Halftime here at Riverside. When we come back, it'll be time for the second half. Lancers lead by 2 with the first half in the rearview mirror. We'll be right back on ESPN+.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
And welcome back to Riverside. Just seconds away from the start of the second half. California Baptist leading Central Michigan 33-31 here on ESPN+. Let's take a look at the Jensen second half changes in this contest. And for Central Michigan, that first half was tailor-made by Brian Taylor. He had 14 points to lead all scores. There's not another Chippewa that has more than 4 points in this game. Taylor doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the scoring end for Central Michigan. Not bored of the boards, certainly not for CBU. They've out-rebounded Central Michigan 27-17, and maybe more importantly, 12 offensive rebounds in this game for the Lancers. And that scoring punch, right now Riley Batten leads CBU with 7 points, but as we mentioned in the halftime show, there's 8 different Lancers that have provided scoring in this game, but who's going to step up and do some of that damage on the offensive end here in the second half? Those are your Jensen second half changes for CBU and Central Michigan. Live action here at Riverside as we crack open the second half. Lancers with the ball. Taryn Armstrong drives the kick, wide open, Batten for 3, and I think that was off the window, and good. Riley Batten now with 10 points in this game, and that triple pushes that Lancer lead back up to 5, 36-31. Taylor has that pass, goes through his hands, collects it, back out to Zarzuela. Zarzuela drives inside. Wide open three-point attempt. That one's gonna be off the mark for Stoffel. Quintana sneaks inside, then passes out to Taryn. Quintana over to Trey. Trey the drive and the kick to Batten. He fakes, drives inside. Back out, they swing it up top to Trey. Over to Taryn. Only 5 on the shot clock. Taryn drives inside, a little stutter step. Oh, traveling, they called. Taryn giving his biggest grin and smile to the official, but to no avail. Looked like one of those casual Euro steps, but did not get the call. 36-31 Lancers. Bass driving inside for the Chippewas from around the free throw line. Puts it up short off the front of the iron. Battle for the rebound. Batten rips it away. Armstrong. Taryn trying to get the pass inside to Igoefe, but intercepted by Taylor. Zarzuela defended by Quintana into the post, and the foul on CBU. Foul's going to be on Riley Batten. That's going to be his first personal foul. And Goodrick checks into the game for Batten. Taylor, long jumper, no good. Stoffel, the offensive rebound, and a foul on CBU. It's going to be on Goodrick, his second personal. Igoefe comes out, Stone comes in for head coach Rick Croy. (36-31). Shot is up and good for Carrington McCaskill for the Chippewas. 36-31. Trey Armstrong down low to Jelani Stone. And a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be on McCaskill. That's going to be his third personal foul. We'll see if Coach Barbie keeps McCaskill in there. Looks like he will for the time being. He's the only player for either team with 3 personal fouls in the game so far. Quintana. Drives inside, up, short. Stone comes down with it, and another whistle. Oh, it's going to be another one on McCaskill. Now he has 4 personal fouls. And that's going to mean McCaskill coming out of the game. Emil Skuda back in. Goodrick with it, defended by Skuda. Goodrick still on the dribble, trying to back down Skuda, posting him up. Goes to his right. Hang time, up and good for Hunter Goodrick. And Goodrick, those are his first points of the game. So now 9 different Lancers have scored in this contest. Shot is up and good for Zarzuela. 4 points for Zarzuela. Ball taken away by Skuda. Skuda leaves it for Taylor, defended by Taryn Armstrong. That's the matchup right there, Taryn and Taylor shakes off Taryn Armstrong and buries the jumper. Gets the Chippewas within 1, 38-37. Down low to Goodrick, and he's got 4 consecutive points right now for the Lancers, and head coach Rick Croy wants to call a timeout on the floor. 40-37, California Baptist leading Central Michigan on ESPN+. We'll take a quick break, and it's right back to Riverside. Welcome back to Riverside, 40-37. California Baptist leading Central Michigan. Riley Batten leading the way for CBU tonight. 10 points in this game, 4 of 7 from the floor, including a couple three-pointers. Batten doing it from the outside and the inside, and also doing a great job on the glass. Put back there for Riley Batten, 10 points. The only Lancer right now in double figures. Zarzuela brings it up the floor for the Chippewas. 40-37. Lancers up by 3. Scuda, defended by Goodrick. Top of the arc, calls over Zarzuela, hands it off. Over to Taylor. Taylor drives inside. Nice move up and almost in for Taylor. Out of bounds, last touch. They're going to say by Central Michigan. It'll be Lancer ball from the baseline. I think they said Stoffel got his hands on it. CBU ball, 40-37. Taryn with it, top of the arc. Defended by Stoffel, into the corner to Goodrick. Out to Taryn, swings it to his left to Quintana. He'll drive inside. Quintana drives off the glass, no good. And the rebound by Bass. Bass puts it in drive, pulls up, the block by Jelani Stone. Trey on the other end, in transition, the bucket for Trey Armstrong. So the Lancers using great defense to turn that into points on the offensive end. Great job by Jelani Stone, one of the most athletic guys on the floor. And the timeout called by the Chippewas. We'll take another quick break here on ESPN Plus. Lancers up by 5 here in Riverside. We'll be right back.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted #1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
15:33 still to go here in the second half. Lancers on top by 5. Let's take a look at the provider schedule look ahead for California Baptist. And a big one coming up on Wednesday night, the old crosstown showdown against UC Riverside. The Highlanders are at 5-2 right now. CBU currently at 3-3. Should be a good matchup. Both teams off to a strong start this year. Then it's going to be CBU on the road at Cal Poly, another Big West Conference school. Then back home to take on Weber State, and then the University of San Diego. That's the provider schedule look ahead. Very excited about that Wednesday night game against the Highlanders. Back to live action. Chippewas with the basketball. Zarzuela, far wing, into the post. Stoffel spins on Stone, puts it up, and good off the window. Miroslav Stoffel, 42-39. Quintana has it for the Lancers. Goodrick hands it off to Chiqueño. Chiqueño inside to Goodrick. Back out to Chiqueño. He'll try the three. That one's no good. Rebound Taylor. Zarzuela for three, and that one is good for Central Michigan, and that ties the game at 42. Neither team shooting the three ball particularly well in this game. CBU just 6 of 21. Central Michigan 3 of 13. Ball goes back to the Chippewas. Your 5 on the floor right now for head coach Rick Croy. It's Chiqueño, Nottage, Quintana, Batten, and Goodrick. Zarzuela, drive it inside, still on the dribble. Across the lane, now he stops. Trying to get it inside to Stoffel. Whistle on the play. It'll be on the Lancers. Belondo Chiqueño. Chiqueño reaching inside, trying to prevent that pass to Stoffel. Central Michigan ball from the baseline. Scuda into Stoffel. Marley. Zarzuela, that's a deep jumper, and it is good. Zarzuela with the hot hand right now for the Chippewas. He's got 9 points, and Central Michigan takes its first lead of the second half, 44-42. Chiqueño up top to Goodrick. Goodrick down towards the baseline, trying to back up Scuda. Plays it out, 3 on the way. That one is up and good. Reed Nottage with three-pointer number 3 in this game. And he gives the Lancers, for the time being, the lead once again, 45-44. Reed Nottage now 3 of 5 from downtown. Scuda defended by Quintana. Drives inside, the pass deflected by Goodrick, and that's a turnover by the Chippewas. Batten brings it up for California Baptist. Chiqueño drives inside. Foul's going to be on Stoffel. It's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Ajaboya checking back in for Central Michigan for Stoffel. Goodrick. Down low, puts it up, the basket and the foul for Hunter Goodrick. Big time basket inside, take another look. Hunter Goodrick gets around Scuda, puts it up, draws all kinds of contact, and he's gonna head to the free throw line. Hunter Goodrick now at the free throw line. Free throw is good. The old-fashioned three-point play is complete for Goodrick. 48-44 Lancers, and Goodrick now with 7 points in the game. Batten, though, leading the way with 10 points. Reed Nottage has 9, all of them coming on three-pointers. Brian Taylor, the leading scorer for either team right now, with 16. Chippewas with the basketball, trailing by 4. Taylor. Stoffel in the corner, he'll try the 3. That one's long. Marley hustles inside, gets the putback. Nice play by Max Marley to squeeze inside, get the offensive rebound and the putback. 48-46. Chiqueño directing traffic for the Lancers. Nottage gets his defender up in the air, tries the jumper, it's short, rebound Stoffel. Couple hands on the ball. It's gonna be jump ball. Possession for the Chippewas. Reed Nottage and Hunter Goodrick flying in at the last moment to get their hands on the basketball. Possession arrow favors Central Michigan. Zarzuela with it. Drive it inside, gets around Quintana, puts it up and in. 2 more for Zarzuela, and he's heating up here in the second half. He's got 11. Here in the second half, Zarzuela is 4 of 4 from the floor. He has not missed. He's got 9 points. Chiqueño for 3. Chiqueño sinks it. And the Lancers are on top 51-48. Zarzuela up top to Taylor. Taylor had the big first half. Zarzuela having the big second half for Central Michigan. That one's no good. Chiqueño drives inside, passes defender, it's up and good. Blondo Chiqueño heating up here in the second half for CBU. 53-48. Couple big-time buckets for Chiqueño. Zarzuela blocked by Quintana, but there's a whistle on the play. It's going to be on Quintana, but a timeout here in Riverside. You be the judge. Lancers lead 53-48 on ESPN+. We'll be back. .12 to go here in the second half. 53-48. California Baptist holding on to the lead in the second half. And Blondo Chiqueño coming up with some big baskets. Actually, the last couple of possessions here for the Lancers. He's got 8 points right now. Big 3. And Chiqueño also finding a way to get inside. Check out this move to the rim. Blowing past his defender. Blondo Chiqueño, 8 points right now for CBU. 8 points from off the bench for Blondo Chiqueño. CBU up by 5 with 11-12 still to go. Riley Batten's got 10, Reed Nottage with 9, and Chiqueño there with 8. Hunter Goodrick has chipped in 7, and for Central Michigan, Taylor had the big first half. He's got 16, but Zarzuela has been the man in the second half. He's got 11 points in the game, but 9 of them coming in the second half alone. In fact, he has not missed a shot in the second half. He is 4 of 4 from the court. Speaking of Zarzuela, he's at the free throw line for the Chippewas, and he hits the first. 53-49. One more coming up for Zarzuela. And the second is also good, so Zarzuela now with 13. So Taylor and Zarzuela packing most of the scoring punch here for Central Michigan, taking turns with a big first half and then a big second half for the respective players. 53-50, CBU Goodrick. Down inside. Batten, the pass to Goodrick, lays it in. What a pass from Batten to Goodrick. Hunter Goodrick putting in some great minutes off the bench. Along with Blondo Chiqueño, Hunter Goodrick now at 9 points from off the bench. Another super sub for head coach Rick Croy. Taylor over to Scuda. Zarzuela, defended by Chiqueño. Here on the near wing, steps back. That's gonna be a long jumper. That one, his first miss of the second half. Taron Armstrong, behind his back, the drive in the dish. Nottage. Back up top to Goodrick, swings it to his right. Chiqueño, he's open, 3. That one's no good. Rebound, Taylor. Marley has it. Up top to Zarzuela. We have reached the midway point of the second half. Zarzuela's shot, no. Rebound, Goodrick. And a foul on the play. It'll be against Central Michigan. Stoffel, that will be 4 personal fouls on the big man Stoffel. 9:56 to go here in the second half. Substitution for CBU. Trey Armstrong returns in for Reed Nottage. Lancer ball. Both teams shooting exactly 45% from the floor. They are exactly 22 of 49 right now. The pass inside to Batten, puts it up and he's fouled. Riley Batten going to the free throw line for 2. Take another look. Batten down low. Bring on the contact. Riley Batten with 10 points. First time at the line tonight. First one is good for Batten. Substitution here for Coach Barbie and the Chippewas. Scuda is out and Bass returns to the floor. Second one for Batten, up and good. So Batten knocks down to both, 57-50. Lancers in front. Almost their largest lead of the game. They once led by 8 a long time ago when it was 14-6, CBU on top. Foul on CBU. Foul's gonna be on Riley Batten. It's gonna be his second personal foul. Batten still the only Lancer in double figures in scoring. He's got 12. Goodrick with 9, Chiqueño with 8, and Nottage with 9. Zarzuela from the baseline. Gets it into Taylor. Right back to Zarzuela. Trying to get around Hunter Goodrick. Goodrick trying to force him down low towards the baseline. He does. There goes Zarzuela. And that's going to be another foul on Batten. As Zarzuela takes it across the lane, gets tripped up between a couple different Lancers, but the foul will be on Riley Batten. So still Central Michigan ball from the baseline. The pass into Taylor. Taylor, fadeaway, off the mark. CBU back the other way. Taylor in the second half, just 2 points, 1 of 5 from the floor. Down low, Batten puts it up, it won't go. But taken away by Goodrick and then taken away by Taylor. 57-50, CBU. Taylor up top to Zarzuela. Zarzuela drives, pass nearly picked off and out of bounds. .846 and counting here in the second half. Chippewa's ball from the baseline into Zarzuela. He'll try the 3, it's up and good. Zarzuela hits the 3 and he's got 16 now. His big second half continues. 14 points in the second half for Zarzuela. 57-53. Taryn, defended by Marley. Armstrong, down towards the baseline. Taryn, the drive in the dish, taken away by the Chippewas. Central Michigan on the run. Zarzuela, another three. That one's in and out on Zarzuela. One of the rare miscues in the second half for Zarzuela. He's got 16 in the game, 14 coming in the second half. Goodrick off the glass and good. The basket and the foul again. Take that, rewind it back for Hunter Goodrick. Goodrick with a strong move to his left. Saw the contact, got the basket. And Goodrick will head to the free throw line. We got a timeout on the floor here in Riverside, 59-53. Lancers on top. We'll be back in just a moment on ESPN+.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
59-53, California Baptist leading Central Michigan right now. Let's take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC drive of the game, and it belongs to Taryn Armstrong in the driver's seat, taking it to the cup. Nice move, slicing through a couple different defenders to get to the rim. That is your Dutton Buick GMC drive of the game. Taryn Armstrong. Taryn Armstrong in the second half still looking for his first points of the game. And as we return to live action, we're going to find Hunter Goodrick at the free throw line. He's got 11 points in this game, and all 11 of them coming here in the second half. 59-53, Lancers in front, and Goodrick trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Goodrick at the line, the free throw on the way, and it is good. 60-53, California Baptist, under 8 minutes to go. Goodrick now with a dozen, 5 of 5 from the floor in the second half. So between Zarzuela and Goodrick, they've done a lot of scoring for both of their teams. Stoffel, the basket for the Chippewas. Makes it 60-55. Goodrick has a dozen in the second half for CBU. Zarzuela with 14 just in the second half for Central Michigan. Foul against the Chippewas, Scuda. And a substitution here for CBU. It looks like Igoefe at the scorer's table. And Egoefe is going to check in. He comes in for Riley Batten. Batten checks out with 12 points, 6 rebounds.
Goodrich shooting 1-1.
And Goodrich at the free throw line for the Lancers. That one is good. Goodrich now with 13, and that leads California Baptist. 61-55, one more to go for Hunter Goodrich. Second one is up and good. Goodrich knocks down both. He is 4 of 4 from the stripe tonight. And it's 62-55 Lancers. Zarzuela behind his back to Stoffel, left alone, he'll try the 3. That one's no good. Taken away by Taylor, blocked by Egoefe. Turned away by the big man. Taylor, 3 from the corner, that one's no good. Taron Armstrong, he's gonna push it up in a hurry. Drops it off to Reed Nottage for 3, short. Rebound Bass. Zarzuela is a great three-point shooter, but why shoot from the outside when he can take it straight to the cup for that high percentage slam dunk from Taylor. 62-57. Goodrich going inside, back out to Trey for 3. That one's good. Trey with the tray. A much-needed three-pointer for California Baptist. 65-57, and that 8-point lead for the Lancers matches their largest lead of this game as we approach the 6-minute mark. Zarzuela for 3 on the other end. That one in and out on Zarzuela. Shooting 43% from the three-point line on the season, but that one would not fall. Under 6 minutes to go. The Lancers trying to shake off those back-to-back overtime losses in the SoCal Challenge. Trying to bring this one home. And it's gonna be an offensive foul. No, it's gonna be, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be on Goodrich, the offensive foul. Take another look. Looked like that forearm went into the chest of the Chippewa. (65-57). Zarzuela drives inside, circles around Egoefe, stays on the dribble, takes it to the corner, 3 on the way. That one also no good, so a couple three-point attempts by Zarzuela. Looked like they were gonna find nothing but the bottom of the net. They rattle out. Taron takes it inside. Taron to the cup, it's good, off the window and in for Taron Armstrong. Taron with only 7 points in this game, but he's got 9 rebounds and 5 assists, finding other ways to impact this contest. Timeout here by the Chippewas with 5:05 to play, 67-57. And for the first time tonight, California Baptist leads by double digits. 5 minutes and 5 seconds away from bringing home a win against Central Michigan. And Hunter Goodrich right now with 14 points, the lead CBU, and all 14 of those points coming in the second half. A perfect 5 of 5 from the floor and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Goodrich, the basket and the foul there, finding ways to get inside and draw that contact, and then Batten to Goodrich, lays it inside the cylinder. Again, 14 for Goodrich. Off the bench and in the second half. Thanks to Blondo Chiqueño and Reed Nottage, and of course Goodrich, CBU has outscored the Central Michigan bench 32-14. Big contributions coming from the Lancer subs. Under 5 minutes to go. CBU up by 10. Zarzuela into the post to Stoffel, defended by Igoefe. Spins to his left, nowhere to go, and the foul. Foul's going to be on Igoefe. That's going to be his second personal foul. Substitution. Batten returns for Igoefe. And Stoffel finds himself at the free throw line for Central Michigan. First free throw for Stoffel is no good, and Goodrick has it for CBU. Misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Lancers get the ball back. Let's see if CBU is going to take their time on this possession, up by 10. Goodrick up top to Trey Armstrong. Tarrant, Batten. Nottage into the corner, three all the way, it's good, are you serious? Trey Armstrong parries the three and he is fouled. Take a look. Nice passing by the Lancers to find the open man, and it is Trey Armstrong right in front of the Lancer bench. Big time three by Trey. And Trey's going to the free throw line. Quick substitution here by head coach Rick Croy. Batten out, Igoefe in. Armstrong at the free throw line. Trey Armstrong up to 11 points. He's got 3 threes. That one no good. Goodrick, the offensive board. He had it, lost it, out of bounds, and it'll be Chippewa ball. Goodrick playing a great game. (70-57), so that Lancer lead continues to balloon here in the second half, up by 13 right now with close to 4 minutes to play. Bass, offensive foul. Tarrant takes the charge. Tarrant Armstrong taking one for the team. Goodrick will inbound. We've got Goodrick, the Armstrong brothers, Nottage and Batten, your 5 on the floor right now for head coach Rick Croy. Goodrick into Trey, defended by Zarzuela. Little bit of pressure here by the Chippewas as Trey brings it across the timeline, defended by Scuda over to Tarrant Armstrong. Tarrant, Batten. Trying to go back to Tarrant, but that pass sails into the front row. Timeout here in Riverside, and California Baptist now up by 13, 70-57. We'll be back with the final minutes here in Riverside. Less than 4 minutes to go here at the CBU Event Center. California Baptist holding on to the lead 70-57. Time now for the Altura Credit Union Player of the Game. You gotta give it to Hunter Goodrick. 14 points, 9 rebounds, knocking on the door of that double-double. He's done it from coming off the bench, and most of it coming in the second half. When the Lancers needed it the most, Hunter Goodrick making some big plays, several baskets and one for Hunter Goodrick, the Altura Credit Union Player of the Game. He leads the Lancers with 14 points. Batten's got 12. And Trey Armstrong with 11. So we've got 3 Lancers in double figures right now, and Hunter Goodrick leading the way. 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He's got those 9 rebounds, and he also has 3 assists. CBU on an 8-0 run right now to push that lead up to 13 on Central Michigan. CBU has outscored the Chippewas 37-26 here in the second half and trying to hold on here in Riverside. Zarzuela. And a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be on Igoefe. Stoffel sent flying to the floor. Substitution. Igoefe out, Batten in. And Stoffel will head back to the free throw line for Central Michigan. A 1-and-1 here for Stoffel. First one is good, so he earns a second. 12-point lead for CBU. Second one on the way, and he knocks down both. Makes it 70-59. Nottage up ahead to Trey Armstrong. Trey over to Taryn. Defended by Taylor, and a quick foul by Taylor. That'll only be his second personal foul. Two shots coming up for Taryn Armstrong. First trip to the line tonight for Taryn. 7 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. The first free throw is off the mark. Substitution, Igoefe and Batten like a revolving door, taking turns, coming in and off the floor. Igoefe is back for head coach Rick Croy. One more coming up for Taryn. That one's no good, but another offensive rebound by Goodrick. And now Goodrick has a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Taryn with it, 8 on the shot clock. And the foul.
Foul call against Chippewa, number 24, against Scuda, 4th personal.
Fouls on number 24, Scuda. And Taryn Armstrong will go right back to the free throw line. So Scuda has 4 personal fouls, Stoffel with 4, and McCaskill with 4. 3:11 on the clock. Taryn at the free throw line. Lines up the first one. And it is good. One more for Taryn. And he knocks down both. 72-59, Lancers. Zarzuela brings it up for the Chippewas. Hands it off to Scuda. Scuda defended by Taryn. Top of the arc, no whistle on the play, Zarzuela. Zarzuela goes around the screen of Stoffel. Zarzuela drives inside around Igoefe. Can't finish the lay-in, a rebound. Under 3 minutes to play. Central Michigan has not made a field goal in nearly 4 minutes here. Lead now at 13 for CBU. Taryn with the ball in his hands. Dribbles to his left. Still on the dribble. Defended by Taylor. Going to his right. 5 on the shot clock. The pass over to Trey. Nearly hit a cheerleader. Everyone's okay, but Central Michigan will get the ball back with 2:25 on the clock. Chippewas with the basketball. They'll have to play with some urgency here, down by 13. Zarzuela's 3, no good. Knocked around, and Igoefe has it. Ball goes back to the Lancers. Taryn is simply going to walk it across the timeline as head coach Rick Croy sets up the offense. Putting players in position here. Taryn has it, double teamed. Taryn behind his back, down low. Igoefe, the basket and the foul. Tim Igoefe takes the beautiful pass from Taryn and finishes. Double teamed, and Taryn takes that pass down low, and Igoefe finishes. .152 on the clock, and Igoefe will head to the free throw line for CBU. 74-59. Looks like the officials are trying to sort out who actually had the foul. Sounds like the Chippewas are saying that it should have been on Marley, but the officials wanted to give the foul to Scuda. And it will be on Marley. And Igoefe going to the free throw line for CBU with 1:52 to play in this game. Lancers trying to pick up a win before they head into the crosstown showdown against UC Riverside on Wednesday night. It's going to be a packed house in that big rivalry game. Can't wait. Igoefe's free throw, no good. Rebound Chippewas. Taylor has it for Central Michigan. Running out of time right now. The shot is up and good. 2 more for Taylor. He's got 20 now. And I believe that is a new career high for Taylor. He had 19 the other night against CSUN, but now 20 against the Lancers. Goodrick. Taryn. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Goodrick, goes inside, plays it back out to Quintana. Now 5 on the shot clock, Quintana with the ball. Quintana drives, tries to get a shot off in time. He does, it's up. That one's no good. Battle for the board. Goodrick has his hands on it, and it's gonna be a jump ball. 56 seconds to play. It'll be Lancer ball. Less than a minute to go. Goodrick spins. Finds Trey in the corner for the tray, and of course, it's all good for Trey Armstrong. 77-61, the Lancers with a big second half, including from the three-point line. 10 of 28, Stoffel's 3, no good for Central Michigan. And this might do it, the final seconds of this game. 20 seconds to go, 77-61, California Baptist. The crowd on its feet here in Riverside as the Lancers are about to improve to 4-3 overall on the season as Coach Croy and Coach Barbie shake hands at mid-court. The final seconds tick off the clock as CBU wins at home against Central Michigan. 77-61 the final score. Leading the way, Hunter Goodrick with 14, Trey Armstrong with 14, and Riley Batten with a dozen. For Central Michigan, Taylor with a career-high 20 and Zarzuela with 16 for the Chippewas in the loss. Central Michigan falls to 2-4 overall on the season, and CBU again at 4-3 going into that big game coming up against UC Riverside. That is Wednesday night, November 30th, 7 o'clock tip-off right here at the CBU Events Center. So thanks for watching. My name is Pep Fernandez saying so long from Riverside, California, where the final score is California Baptist 77 and Central Michigan 61. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
The next CBU Lancers men's home game is this Wednesday, that's November 30th, for the Crosstown Showdown against UCR. Game time 7 o'clock. Tickets are now on sale by visiting cbulancers.com/tickets.
All right, guys, CBU, big win tonight against Central Michigan. Clap it up for head coach Rick Croy. And coach, what a big second half for the Lancers. What did you guys do differently in the second half compared to the first half?
We just stayed with it. You know, we're not playing as well as we want to right now, but competing is more important than how you're playing. We stayed with it. We ended up sharing